Everyone thought Noah was lucky when he became successful, but nobody knew the truth. His success was built on hundreds of ordinary days, when he had every reason to quit. Noah was an ordinary young man living in a small town. He wasn't the smartest student in his class. He wasn't the most talented. He didn't come from a wealthy family, and he certainly didn't have powerful connections. But Noah had something most people overlooked: a burning desire to change his life. Every morning, Noah woke up before sunrise. While most people in his neighborhood were still sleeping, he would sit at an old wooden desk near his bedroom window. On that desk was an inexpensive laptop, a notebook, and a small cup of tea. Noah wanted to become a successful entrepreneur. He dreamed of building a business that could help people while giving his family a better life. But there was one problem. He had no idea where to start. He watched videos. He read books. He took free courses. He studied successful people. Every night, he wrote down new ideas. One day, Noah decided to create his first online business. He was extremely excited. He spent weeks preparing. Finally, he launched it. And then, nothing happened. No customers. No sales. No messages. No success. For several days, Noah checked his laptop again and again. Still nothing. His friends began laughing at him. "Why are you wasting your time?" One friend asked. "Just get a normal job," another said. "You think you're going to become successful sitting in that room?" Noah smiled quietly. Their words hurt, but he didn't give up. He looked at his notebook and wrote one sentence: "Failure is information, not my identity." The next morning, he started again. He changed his strategy. He improved his website. He learned about marketing. He listened to customers. He studied his mistakes. After several weeks, he finally received his first customer. It wasn't a huge sale, but Noah stared at the notification with tears in his eyes. Someone had trusted him. Someone had paid for something he had created. That small success gave him hope. But Noah didn't know that much harder days were still ahead. Because extraordinary success rarely begins with extraordinary circumstances. It begins when an ordinary person refuses to stop. Months passed. Noah continued working. Some days were exciting. Other days were terrible. Sometimes he made progress. Sometimes he moved backward. His business grew slowly. Very slowly. One month, he earned enough money to feel proud. The next month, he barely earned anything. Noah became frustrated. He started comparing himself with others. He saw young entrepreneurs online showing expensive cars, beautiful offices, and huge businesses. He wondered, why am I moving so slowly? One evening, Noah closed his laptop and stared out the window. He felt exhausted. For the first time, he seriously considered quitting. Then he noticed his old notebook. He opened it. Inside were hundreds of pages. Every page contained something he had learned. Every failure, every mistake, every small victory, every lesson. Noah suddenly understood something. He had been searching for a secret formula for success. But the secret wasn't a special talent. It wasn't luck. It wasn't money. It wasn't even intelligence. The secret was consistency. Noah realized that successful people weren't necessarily successful because they worked hard for one day. They became successful because they kept doing the right things for years. They showed up when nobody applauded. They continued when results were invisible. They learned when failure embarrassed them. And they remained patient when success was taking too long. That night, Noah made a new rule. I don't need to win today. I just need to improve today. From then on, Noah stopped chasing overnight success. Instead, he focused on small improvements. Every morning, he learned something new. Every afternoon, he worked on his business. Every evening, he reviewed his mistakes. He stopped asking, how quickly can I become successful? And started asking, what can I improve today? Slowly, things changed. His customers became happier. His skills improved. His confidence grew. His business became more organized. One customer recommended him to another. Then another customer came. Then another. 6 months later, Noah had hundreds of customers. His income was finally growing. People who had once laughed at him started noticing. One former friend called him, "Wow, Noah, you got lucky." Noah smiled. He didn't argue, because they only saw the result. They didn't see the thousands of hours behind it. They didn't see the mornings when he was tired. They didn't see the nights when he wanted to quit. They didn't see the failures. They didn't see the lessons. They only saw the success. And that was when Noah understood another powerful truth. People often call it luck when they don't see the work behind the result. 3 years passed. Noah's small business had become a successful company. He had hired employees. He had customers from different cities. His family no longer worried about money the way they once had. But Noah remained humble. He still woke up early. He still kept a notebook. He still studied. He still made mistakes. And most importantly, he still believed there was always something to improve. One afternoon, Noah was invited to speak at a local school. Hundreds of students were sitting in the audience. A teacher introduced him as a successful entrepreneur. Noah walked onto the stage. The students expected him to talk about money. They expected him to reveal some secret business strategy. Instead, Noah looked at them and asked, "Do you want to know the secret behind my success?" Everyone became quiet. Noah paused. Then he said, "There was no secret." The students looked confused. Noah continued, "I wasn't the smartest person in my class. I didn't have wealthy parents. I didn't have special connections. I failed many times. I was rejected. I was laughed at. I wanted to quit." The room became silent. But every time I failed, Noah said, I learned something. Every time I was rejected, I improved something. Every time I felt like quitting, I reminded myself why I started. Then Noah held up his old notebook. "This notebook contains the real story of my success." He opened it. The pages were filled with mistakes, ideas, crossed-out plans, lessons, and goals. This is what extraordinary success looks like before anyone sees it. The students listened carefully. Noah smiled. Success isn't built in one giant moment. It's built through thousands of small decisions. Choosing to study instead of making excuses. Choosing to continue instead of quitting. Choosing to learn instead of blaming others. Choosing patience when results are slow. Then he wrote 3 words on the board. Learn, improve, repeat. These 3 words changed my life. A student raised his hand. "But Noah, what if we fail again and again?" Noah smiled. "Then you become better at failing." The students laughed. Then Noah continued. "And eventually, if you keep learning from those failures, you become better at succeeding." The room filled with applause. Noah looked at the audience and remembered the young man he once was. The boy sitting alone at an old wooden desk, wondering if his dreams were impossible. He realized something beautiful. His greatest advantage had never been talent. It had never been money. It had never been luck. His greatest advantage was his decision to keep moving forward. That evening, Noah returned home. He placed his old notebook beside his new laptop. The notebook represented where he started. The laptop represented where he was. And the future represented where he could still go. Noah opened a fresh page. At the top, he wrote, "The journey continues." Because Noah had finally learned the secret behind extraordinary success. You don't need to be extraordinary to succeed. You simply need to be willing to do ordinary things consistently for an extraordinary amount of time. Success doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it grows quietly. One lesson, one failure, one improvement, one day at a time. And one day, people may look at you and call you successful. They may call you talented. They may call you lucky. But only you will know the truth. You kept going when nobody was watching. And that was the real secret.